Hey, you guys remember Doma? Yup, that guy. Upper Moon 2, that smiling menace that just came and saved Yutaro and Daki in their time of need. And then turned them into monsters. Yeah, just casual. The ice-cold ice demon with probably one of the coolest character designs you've ever seen. Like, come on, just look at this dude. And just by looking at him, you probably get a good sense of what this guy's personality is. Yup, he's exactly the human, or should I say the demon, embodiment of the phrase, whoops, my bad, bro. Matter of fact, I don't think this guy was ever a proper human. No, before the comment sections filled up with, bro, you're glorifying a literal mass murderer. Dude, chill. I'm not here to redeem Doma. I'm not here to defend Doma. This man is objectively horrible. Trash, in fact, human dumpster fire levels of bad. But here's the thing. Despite all that, Doma is weirdly and stupidly fun to watch. And I'm pretty sure you think that too. In fact, after Yoichi and Kokushibo, Doma is my third favorite character in Demon Slayer as a whole. Demon Slayer is a world full of crazy characters. Muzan with his thirst for immortality, Kokushibo with his desire to be the strongest, actually any demon in fact. They all have a reason that they are that way. And I'm sure you guys already know that, because anytime a new Demon Slayer season is out, everyone starts clowning it with these memes of Tanjiro crying for a demon who's done terrible things. But even amongst these guys, Doma stands out. He's not your typical rage-filled Akaza, and he's not your tragic Kokushibo. He's a straight-up psychopath. You see, before Doma was out here freezing people to death, he was... drumroll please... a full-blown cult leader. Yup, people would literally come to him, pour out their pain, beg for salvation, look for meaning in life, and Doma would nod. Smile, tell them everything's gonna be okay, and then eat them. Damn. Like, bro, there are MLMs, and then there's this. Like, dude. Doma built a whole spiritual pyramid scheme where the reward for loyalty was becoming lunch. And the wildest part, he didn't even care. Not out of cruelty, but because emotionally, this man feels nothing. Zero guilt, zero regret, zero actual connection to human life at all. Just straight up vibes and body counts. Hey. In both those senses, by the way. Something he picked up from his dad. And shit, he was like this from the moment he was born. This cult of his was originally led by Doma's parents. And when Doma was born, he was born with these beautiful, beautiful rainbow eyes. Something his parents immediately capitalized upon. They used Doma to create an eternal paradise cult. Because he had a mysterious appearance that couldn't come out of a regular human being. With rainbow eyes and platinum hair, basically marketing him as a divine entity. His father, being a pervert, would then have affairs with women of this cult, which the mother, who understandably so, didn't really like all that much. So she ended up killing her husband and then poisoning herself. Just the regular, and she did this all in front of Doma's eyes, all of which would put a lot of trauma on a 5 to 6-year-old child. And don't get me wrong, Doma was in fact deeply saddened that the womb was now a complete mess. And as the cult leader himself, after his parents went, he didn't do it for any purpose or money or anything. He did it because he thought it was fun. Because watching people worship him, cry to him, and beg for salvation was interesting. They poured their souls out to him, and he'd smile back like, "Oh, that's adorable. Now let me eat you." And here's where it gets dark. Doma genuinely believed he's helping people. One of the most unsettling things about him is how completely hollow he is inside. Like truly, there's no trauma that broke him, no tragic backstory where life turned him evil. He's just fundamentally empty. Like someone born without the capacity for emotional connection. Where Akaza fights out of instinct and anger, and Kokushibo fights out of grief and regret, Doma? He just fights because it's something to do. He doesn't hate his enemies, He doesn't love his victims. He doesn't even really care all that much about Muzan. The only reason he's so fiercely loyal to him is because he can communicate to him. Like he's the god his parents told him as a child he could always talk to. And that's basically the only reason he's so loyal to him. To Doma, life, death, pain, joy, it's all just noise. Meaningless unless he chooses to play along. Shit, Doma is hated even amongst the demons. In fact, Muzan straight up cannot stand this guy. In the beginning, thinking that he would never become a proper demon because he didn't really feel anything. Also, Muzan really cannot stand the fact that Doma doesn't fear him at all. Another character who really hates him is Akaza. And that is because Akaza has been around for way longer than Doma, and Doma just surpassed him without any problem. The reason for that being that Doma just focuses on eating women because their flesh is more nutritious. According to him, of course, I don't know any of that. Something that he also does not out of any particular preference. That's just what makes him stronger, quicker. And the thing is, what does someone like this do? They adapt, they mimic, and overcome. Taking a lesson from Bear Grylls and stuff. Coming beautifully into my next point, and the climax of Doma's character, his fight against Shinobu. Which, don't worry, I won't spoil much. On one side, we have Shinobu, a woman burning with years of hatred, grief over her sister's death, a lifetime of bottled up rage and pain. And on the other side, we got Doma, the one who got that sister killed in the first place, smiling, mocking, playing dumb, acting like he doesn't understand why she's upset. Shinobu being the exact opposite of Doma, where Doma pretends to be a kind, loving, and charismatic leader, he feels nothing inside, and where Shinobu acts like a kind, loving, and calm person on the surface, and don't get me wrong, she genuinely is, deep down inside, she's hiding a terrible fury, something so furious it's eating away at her own body, making these two characters complete opposite yet so similar inside. And when the final blow lands, and Doma is finally defeated, he's impressed, amused in fact, weirdly grateful. Like, whoa. This is the first time I've ever felt something like this. A point in the story that really pisses you off, but at the same time, makes you really understand this guy and kind of feel bad for him in some sense. And this is where we hit the real core of Doma's character. For all his manipulation and his fake empathy, all his smiling detachment, deep down, Doma knows something is wrong with him, and there's a subtle, terrifying loneliness in his character, because despite surrounding himself with followers, and despite being adored, despite fighting and killing and laughing and mocking, he's empty inside, and the one thing he's always wanted was to feel something, anything. And ironically, it took Shinobu poisoning him, dismantling him from the inside out, to give him that. His final moments are Doma's first genuine experience of emotion. Pain, fear, awe, maybe even gratitude. It's messed up, it's poetic, and it's honestly one of the best written demon deaths in the entire manga. Not pulling on your emotional strings directly, but making sure you really understand who you're watching die. And that's why Doma is the most fun upper moon in Demon Slayer. It's not even close, by the way. He's entertaining, he's hilarious, because he's a different flavor of evil. He's not loud, he's not angry, he's not tragic, he's empty. A hollow man wearing a smile. We don't fear Doma because he's strong, we fear him because he makes us realize how scary someone can be when they don't feel anything at all. A little twist of Crollo if you'd like, you know. Well, that will be all folks. If you like this video, please like and subscribe because that will help me out a lot. And make sure you hit that bell icon for any upcoming videos. I really like Demon Slayer, and some of these characters are genuinely so underrated, and I don't really see a whole lot of people talking about them. So thought I'll just do it myself, you know. I'm gonna make one for Yoichi, of course, and also one for Kokushibo. Maybe one for Muzan, let's see. So keep that bell notification up. And also let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of Doma? Do you enjoy him? Do you hate him? Do you in some way feel sorry for him? Also let me know if I was able to change any of your opinions. Let me know all of that in the comments down below. That will be all for now, folks. See you all in the next one. Peace. God bless you.